Hey guys, Poohead189 here. Um, when I was at work earlier, I was thinking of making this video as like a small little, you know, podcast type thingy for Into the Dark, and that's why I made Kuz's video, because I was already gonna make this one, and might as well see me twice in the same day. Whatever. Um, I wanted to ask you guys a few questions. Uh, they're listed below, but I wanted to say them aloud in this, so so I can get my thoughts out on it. I have a few stories, but I skipped something. Let me go back. My schedule for the stories I'm writing now. I'm gonna write a little bit of Northern Firestorm I'm gonna get Neil and his friends up until a certain point, and then I'm going to write a little mission in the Southern Rain that just has to do with the Ben character. And then after that, I'm going to write another mission for him that Solaris gives him, but it'll be a long one. It won't be a story, but it will be longer than I would want to put in the Southern Rain. So I'm making a short story to the side that it will be listed below. And I know it'll be a short story. It won't be 80 chapters, because I've had this story planned, like the Southern Rain, for a coon's age. Northern Firestorm, at first I winged it, and now I have a very good idea of what's going on. A very good idea. I really like what's going to happen. But with the Southern Rain and with this little story, I know exactly what's happening, and I have for years. So you don't need to worry when I tell you that it will not take a year to write. It will probably take a month, maybe a little bit less, because since I already know it so well, I'll just like write chapter after chapter after chapter like I did at the beginning of Southern Rain. But the schedule is Northern Firestorm. I'm gonna do a good chunk of chapters. I'm gonna write them, and then after that I'm gonna go to Southern Rain. I'm gonna write one mission, and then I'm going to write the little short story, which will be separate, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna finish Northern Firestorm. And once Northern Firestorm is finished, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna finish the Southern Rain. And that will literally, all of that will literally be 40 or 30% of Into the Dark as a whole. It is a giant ass story. But all of that will be nearly half. About. It'll be over a quarter, I know that. But after I write those things, I wanted you guys to decide something for me. If you have a good idea for a story that's random, that popped up into your head, then tell me. Tell me what you want to read. I'm not saying I'll exactly do it, but I just want to hear your thoughts, because I love writing so much, and if I at least get some ideas from you guys, then I can give you some more stories. But I have 5 or 6 already planned out that I'm going to write after Southern Rain and Northern Firestorm. But the question is, which ones do you want to read first? Or which ones do you want to read the most? I'm going to write them all. You're going to read them all. But here are the stories. 1. It'll be a small story about what happened with Ben between in the 3 months between Southern Rain. You know, when he disappeared, his absence, after he met the demons and the undead, and everyone thought that Ben was dead. Or at least some of you thought it. That story, what happened, where he was. Number 2. I want to write a story about a band of adventurers. Some of them you'll know, but some of them you won't. And that'll be on the coast. It'll be on the western coast, and it'll have to do with mainly the ocean, although it'll have to a little bit to do with inland, but mainly the ocean. And I've been thinking a lot on that, and I think you'd like that if you want me to write that. It mainly has to do with treasure seeking and not exactly good and evil, even though there will be good and bad people in it. The third story, I want to write a story that is completely in Vanya's perspective. And the main reason why I want to do that is, one, it would be a challenge for me, because of course she's female, an elf, and she's kind of hard to deal with. The main reason I created her was because, like, literally to test my writing skills, because I want to make her sympathetic. I want people to sympathize with her, and I want to have her develop as a character and, grow, and not just be the character she is. And that's why I made her, because I literally made her as hard as I could be to write for. At least in a character development sense. I can write for her easily, but I want to see her grow. Nathan also will be a challenge for me, but it won't be as much of a challenge because a good amount of Nathan was from me in 7th grade. I was the biggest nerd. I read books on mythological creatures, ESP, aliens, animals, anything I was interested in, guns, swords. I still do it now, but then that was my trademark. I was a scrawny little nerd or scholar, and that's why I made Nathan. And I want to write for him growing a little bit. But he'll be a part of another story. But the third story I said was Vanya's story. See a story in her perspective. I think it will be interesting, and I think you guys would like it. 4. Let's see. Number 4 was the character of Ben, his origins, how he grew up, when he was raised by his parents, till when he trained with Master Guan, till when he met the dwarves, all that. If you want to read that story, I can write that. Also, I'm going to write a story for Shiran. Everything about Into the Dark you've read has been on the western side of Torek. This will be on the eastern side, and I think you'll enjoy it. After Southern Rain, regular Into the Dark will be a little bit in Shiran, but it won't have a story centered on that. So if you want a story centered on that, just tell me. I already have an idea for it. And the 6th story is a new continent. Pretty much, let's see. If I wrote the story of the adventurers, the treasure seekers, this would be a sequel. And I wanted to see if that would help you. That would help you into your decision on what you would want to read first. But it's those stories. I wrote them down. So if you're confused by this, just look at that. But let's see. Another thing. To all of you who comment, thank you. Kuz, you're awesome for commenting every single time. Honestly. Even if it's just a good job, you comment. Thank you. I mean, the main, you know how in DeviantArt, if you ever post something on there, and every time you do, there's a little check that says that there's a little check that makes it so whoever goes to see your artwork, and if they favorite it, it says on the side, don't forget to comment. I never do that with any of my work on DeviantArt. If it's a story of mine or if it's a drawing, I never do that because it just guilts people into commenting, and I hate that. I only want them to comment if they feel like it. And I want to stress the same thing with my story. Comment if you feel like it. I don't want to guilt you at all into it. But that is why I want to thank people who comment so much, especially Coos. God, that's awesome. But Dragonite and Char comment a lot, and both of your comments, I love them. Char, you're always so enthusiastic when you comment, and I love that. And I love your input. Like, you always have criticism in it. Or not criticism, but, you know, you show me what you like. And I like reading that. That's the main reason why I want comments, is to see what you like and what you would want different, and your feelings on it, to help me grow as a writer. Thank you. And Drago, you always make me laugh. Thank you for your comments. Don't change a thing about them. I also want to give a special thanks to Dark Muramasa. He could easily walk in here right now and tell me what the hell he thought about my story, but instead, 2 or 3 times at least, he comments, and I appreciate that. Nikki, I know you read, but you don't comment. That's okay. But I love that you read, and I love that you also get excited whenever I say I posted a chapter. Thank you. That makes me feel good. Let's see. Four Winds and Luso, y'all comment when you read. You read infrequently and sporadically, I think is the right word, but you know, whenever you do read, you comment, and I want to thank you for that. Let's see. Who else? I know 7 of you guys read. 7 of you. Nikki, Char, Drago, Coos, Four Winds, Luso, Dark Muramasa. That's 7. Okay, got you all. That is a lot of people for this site. I appreciate that a lot. I mean, I know it's not exactly a favor to me, but still, just you guys doing it makes me feel really good about myself. I don't think I'm that great of a writer. I think I'm okay. I'm better than an amateur, but I'm nowhere near as good as I want to be. And I want to thank you guys for supporting me and reading my stuff and commenting on it, either on the story or in the C-Box or in Skype or in a different thread. That's awesome. Thank you guys. For this thread right now, I want you to please comment. This is the one time I'm going to ask you to, or one of the few times. Please comment on this and give me your idea, even if you have hardly any idea, but think about it and comment. All you guys you read for the questions that I got. If you listened to all this video, thanks again. I didn't mean to ramble on a few things. I have a lot of ideas for Into the Dark, different ideas. I'm still going to do the TV tropes thing. I'm working on that. I'll just need to add more characters in the story, and then I'll add for that. But also, if any of you like recommend this story to other people, like, because I know Gogeta's gonna read it. But if you do, and that gets more people commenting, then holy crap. You know, I don't know. I think about the story a lot because it's my imagination put on paper, and for you guys to like it, it really flatters me. And I just want to thank you. I know I did it before, but still. I'm going to be writing more, but tonight I just need to know and hear I just needed to know a few of the answers to my questions and to hear your comments. Okay, this is 14 minutes and 30 seconds, so 15 minutes is almost up. I'll make another video like this later, after a while of writing, but right now I just want to find out this sort of stuff, okay guys? Alright. Thanks for reading. I appreciate it all. Poohead out.